with a strong tensile strength. Of course, as a professor of orthopedics, the bone is one of the strongest tissues in the body. And the speech this afternoon, a very strong one. To everybody that cares to listen, and I know everybody is listening. Without wasting time, I'd like to invite the chairman of today's occasion to give us his chairman's opening remarks. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for His Royal Majesty, Alhaji Dr. Haliru Yahaya, OON, NMA of Shonga. Let's give him a wonderful round of applause.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Cross River State, other members of the Executive Council here, the President of NMA, President of Acting Registrar, all the distinguished people here, representing ministers, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, all colleagues and leaders of the NMA, ladies and gentlemen. My comment is supposed to be an opening comment. I'm supposed to be chairman sitting on the chair, but I think it's okay to stand up here and see everybody. The first thing I want to say is I would like to thank you for this wonderful opportunity to address and talk as a chair of this occasion. I won't go beyond there. I think I'd like to also congratulate the NMA for the various vistas they are opening and picking up from where others left off and building on it. When the last two set left, they left with some ideas that have started but haven't gone far. How do we deal with other professionals? How do we deal with X? How do we do Y? They've picked up the gauntlet and have made advances in all those areas. And I sincerely hope that this continues. At this point, I'd like to open your Hippocratic Oath. Open your program, look at Hippocratic Oath. I implore you to look at, there are 10 declarations. I'd like you to look at the first declaration. I'd like you to look at the sixth declaration. I'd like you to, please help me, oblige me by opening your programs. First, 6, 9, and 10. I'll come back to them when you have it before you, because I must be very brief. I'm also quite delighted that NMA is leveraging on ICT to try and remove quackery, to try and just clean up the house, to try and speed up communication and live up in the 21st century. I think for long we've really been left behind, but the medical education at undergraduate level is very important for you to sit down and capture them now. And NMA has a big role, which it's not really gone very far in doing, but I know they have started. There are many things that are missing in terms of having our medical students now to really be, shall I say, be global players, but acting effectively locally. They are summarized that way. The other thing to mention, just quickly in passing, I might have an opportunity to closing remarks if I have time, I don't think so, is the operationalization of National Health Act. I beg you, it's one fight you must fight and fight and fight until everybody understands it. It will make water maintain its level, and to make for real relationships and effective health care. Yes, the money that will come out from all that looks about 60 billion, Uncle. It looks like a small a drop in the ocean in terms of our needs, but it is one that helps to organize the structure. Once the structure is working well, and you have a syringe, you can direct your injection. You know what I mean? So the system must work. Then the issue of medical tourism is painful. We're losing money in that direction. Dr. Edemaigba, thank you for remembering we worked together on many things and many teams before. I think you are capable of organizing people to open that thing that Malaysia did and go. You can run around between and get people to do this. It's going to be a PPP arrangement, and I know your capability. Let's start. All right? Now, going back to AMPA, please, there's a lot of money on your side, a lot of technology on your side, a lot of technical knowledge. Expand it. I see the new leader there. Please remain committed. The diaspora is responsible for huge sums of money in India and other parts. You are not different. And I think we saw your effect in national health insurance. I want to see you a bit more. Now, to conclude, these short opening remarks. Does stanza 1 of the Hippocratic Oath affect you only as doctors? No. It makes you patriots too. So national issues are your commitment as well. Stanza 1 says, pledge myself to consecrate my life to service of humanity. That's my country. It's not limiting you to medicine. It means you have you have business in everything going on in this country. Patriotism is what's lacking. Can we help build it even from here and go outwards? If you look at stanza 6, or rather declaration 6, I maintain by all means my power, honor and the honor and the noble traditions of the medical profession. Just make sure anything you are doing, whether it's a strike or not, ask yourself, am I maintaining, am I keeping my promise? I will finalize that at the last word. I will not act, 9. I will maintain the utmost respect for human life. I will not allow any human life get lost because somebody has treated me unfairly. I would rather accept the unfair treatment and save a life. Does that mean no strike? I think so. From the beginning, right from when they are small embryos, that's what they're saying. I'm finishing now. And will not use my medical knowledge contrary to laws of humanity. I make these pledges or promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor. Have we got an honor? Let's prove it. I'm a champion of no strike. I'm a champion of alternative routes to solving problems. No matter how hard rock is, drops of water will drill a hole in it. So persuasion, getting around who's the government person blocking your moves, getting around all alternative methods by NMA, by wherever you are, will help us avoid strikes and get what we want. There are people there to frustrate us, but where, on the other hand, counterbalance against lives of people. I wish you well. Thank you very much.
I think we can appreciate him again with a wonderful round of applause. His Royal Majesty, His Royal Highness, Alhaji Dr. Yahaya. Thank you very much.